Hello everyone, just a quick video here to tell you about this really interesting project that's minting currently. It's called Metroverse. They actually came out in January and I just minted a ton of them recently. So the floor price on this is 1.2 ETH, but you could get it for slightly less. So here's how to do it. So this is the main catch, so the mint price is actually quite high, so you might need a bigger bankroll to get in on this project, but if you do, this is a very good whale play to grow your funds quicker. Again, all of this is not financial advice, don't take it like that. So here's what it is. Metroverse is kind of a project where I'll show you on their Twitter account. So this project actually you get this little token called it's like a block. It's a block of building with bunch of stuff in there, and you can have like different types of buildings in your block, and they generate this token called MET, and depending on the kind of quality of block, you could kind of get different types of MET coming out of this. Now the initial mint happened in January. That was the Genesis mint, and that was sold out within minutes. And now they've actually done the MET token, and they've started the Blackout mint. So this is where we are now on the roadmap, and this is 25,000 MET. So if you go to Uniswap and you put in 25,000 MET, that's about 1.12 ETH. Now the price of MET you could get in CoinGecko. So this is the current chart. So as you can see, it's actually quite okay right now. So it dropped down to about $0.11, and now it's up at 0.13. So remember, it started by the looks of the beginning of February at 0.10. So it's not really gone up much, but it's not gone down much either. It's been holding quite well. And look at this volume from around 20th of March. It's been pumping, and then it had a big dip, and then it went up again. So the cool thing about this project is it's very well thought out, and I'm going to show you the actual team behind it. So this is what I ended up getting. I ended up getting 3 blocks and got a Genesis. Now the OpenSea collection is MetaVerse Blackout. They also have a MetaVerse Genesis. Okay, so that's called MetaVerse. So that's the first collection that came out in January. So that actually dropped a little bit. Now the floor price is 1.8. It's going up pretty steadily. So I would say definitely look at getting a Genesis probably. So I got 1 Genesis. So look at this. The price has been pretty steady. It hasn't really gone too far up yet. So it started off about 0.69 back in January, and now it's about 1.8. So it's already a 3x, but look at that graph. It's so steady, I would say definitely read up on their project. You've got their Discord, so I would say like around here you can see the Discord channel Metroverse, and they've got a very active channel. You can go into the official links. There's the documentation, and yeah, as you can see here, we've got a lot on their documentation. It gives you all the details, and here's their Twitter account. There's the website. Now the Blackout mint is happening. The PvP game is going to come out next, and there's going to be the Mayor mint. So there's a lot of really cool stuff they're bringing in. Now the price initially when it came out, the Blackout mint is going to be 25,000 for the first 24 hours. After that, it will be mintable at 25,000 MET, but will also be mintable at Ethereum at 20% higher than the Genesis floor. So it's a really interesting pricing model, the way they've set it up. It's a kind of P2E project, but it's been well thought out, the pricing and everything. So it kind of doesn't mess up the price too much, unlike other P2E projects where it's very difficult to keep the price steady. Here it's not as difficult. Now the team, I did have a page here I saw which went over the team. So FAQ, which blockchain, how many city blocks. So you could kind of stack together different blocks to create a bigger block. And there is a page somewhere about the team, and I think it was on their actual documentation. So in the documentation, there you go, it's the team. So these are all very, very talented people in the team. If you read through their profiles, you're gonna like it. They're pretty good. They've got a pretty clear vision. They know what they're doing, these people, and the community is so strong. I joined and everybody was like very welcoming. There's no like people who don't understand the game well. Everybody kind of understand what's going on, and there's so much potential on this is what I like. The fact that it's like at such a good price right now, and I think it's because the market kind of took a bit of a downturn, but the fact that it stayed flat during a downturn on NFT market and crypto market, in fact it's not gone down, it's actually gone up, whereas most projects actually dropped, is actually a very, very good sign. I like that. So it's kind of almost one of the last opportunities to get in on this project, so that's why I had to jump right in. And it's really good idea to essentially, you'd go here, buy some Metroverse tokens. So 25,000 tokens would cost about 1.12 ETH. Then go into their minting website, which is somewhere on the Metroverse. So yeah, you can just like mint Blackout here, and then you could just put in the Metro, and then so it's already minted 6,300 out of 10,000. It's been around, the minting started about just over 24 hours ago, and it's going to carry on. I would say probably in the next day or two it's going to finish off quite easily, because people are just waking up to it and finding out the value and what do you get out of these tokens. Okay, so these Metroverse tokens, they generate, so I'll show you one of the block verses. So let's say this one. Okay, so this would generate 294 MET every day. Okay, so you can buy them, the Genesis. So I mean, if you have a bit of capital, I would say buy a Genesis and mint a few of the block tokens, the Blackout tokens. But yeah, because Blackout's going to be a bit cheaper, you get it for about 1.12, whereas this is 1.8. But it's still good to have at least one Genesis in your collection. Now, if you look at these, the numbers here, so let's say 315. That's a good thing, and they have three different types of kind of buildings on a block. Okay, so you've got the residential, the commercial, and the industrial. And depending on what kind of commercial and industrial you have, the score comes out. And if you look at what I have here, I mean, it's very detailed. They've really thought out everything, and the game mechanics is really good. I love it. I'm kind of taking notes from this for our project later on. And yeah, if you played like SimCity back in the days, this is very similar to that, except this one you could be earning very, very good results. So what I worked out, like we have 4 Metroverse. So because I minted the Blackout ones, so this is the new collection that's running now. So this collection, I have a feeling it's going to go up to 2 ETH or something close to that as soon as the minting is over, because then there's going to be a kind of supply shortage of the MET token, and then it's going to switch to the Ethereum price, which is set to be 20% more than the floor of the Genesis collection. So if the Genesis collection is set to, like currently the floor is at let's see, what's the floor here, 1.8. So it's going to be 20% more than 1.8. So it's going to be 2.2. So essentially, you could like even buy from the floor or mint it, like then it's going to cost you 0.1 ETH less. So say 1.1 ETH to get in, and then hold on until the kind of ETH price starts kicking in, and then the price should definitely go up quite a bit. So I'm very, very confident on this project at the moment. Again, this is not financial advice at all, but it's a very, very great time to get in on this project from what I'm seeing. So yeah, definitely don't risk money you can't afford to lose. On NFTs, it's a very, very high risk profile, type of investment to get into. But yeah, essentially these ones, the cool thing is when the reveal happens, you might end up getting a rare. And if you do, then that one's value is going to go up a lot. So, it's a really cool and interesting way to kind of get in at a very prime time on this project. So we do have the 0.1 to 100 ETH challenge I'm running as well. So just to give an update, we still have that same 0.1 ETH sitting in the account at the moment. We are looking at a few projects, so the 0.1 ETH is still there. There's nothing on that account. I'm gonna publicize the wallet address so you could see what it's like. But at the moment, I'm still trying to find a good project to get into that's gonna be covered by 0.1 ETH. So it needs to be about 0.08 or something like that to get in. And yeah, we're because there's so many kind of useless projects, unfortunately, at the moment. So there is one project I'm kind of looking at that could do well, but I'm still kind of figuring out because it's 0.13 to get in. So but yeah, I'm still researching on that. So if I find it good, I'm going to put out a quick update to you guys to let you know. But do keep an eye on our Twitter account as well. Sometimes we don't get time to publish on YouTube, so put a quick note out on Twitter to say where we are with things. Because yeah, YouTube, we need to kind of get it with some processing and then post it out, so it takes a bit of time. So I would say definitely look into these projects. I think the NFT market as a whole currently is doing pretty good. If you look at the kind of the graph, the Dune graph on OpenSea, you'd see that it's doing it's doing pretty good. It's kind of picking up. So I think this is the daily chart. Very interesting. Okay, so it's not showing up, but usually the daily chart is actually pretty good from what I saw. And on OpenSea, the other thing that's very interesting I want to show you is if you go into the stats, into the ranking, I think you're going to see MetaVerse now because it's really picking up the volume on MetaVerse. So Zombieland NFT World. NFT Worlds is another great project, but it's quite high. Therefore, it's 13 ETH. It was 10 ETH only less than a week ago. There you go, MetaVerse. See, it's gone down in the past 24 hours, and that's a bargain. To get it at a discount like this, whereas all the blue chip projects are going up, it's only gone down because people are cashing in their Genesis in order to buy the Blackout tokens. So overall, the volume is quite high. And what I noticed is if you kind of get, let's say 300 Metro tokens in a day, and you have, let's say, 4 of those, so that's going to be 1,200 in a day. And in a month, that's going to be 36,000 Met tokens. So if we're buying it for 25,000, and we buy, let's say, 4 of them, we'd get all 4 of them back within about 3 months. So it's works out to about 30% or so per month, the ROI which is pretty good. And remember, the MET token has a lot of scope for going up. It hasn't really gone up too much yet. The actual NFT has a lot of scope for going up. So I see a lot of room here for growth. This is one of the kind of few like top blue chip projects to get in, where you can get in at a pretty decent floor price. I mean, if you look at the top list here, 103, 23, 16. Okay, Muri is actually pretty good. It's dropped quite a bit. And then we have Clonex. See, everything is actually pretty high. MetaVerse is also a very interesting project to look into. The Zombie Collection, Raid Party is also quite good. Skull Tunes, and yeah, so as you can see, there's like really not many projects at this kind of price that's running so solid. The volume is volume is 1493 ETH in I think 24 hours, so it's pretty good. So with that said, thank you for listening in and tuning in. Be sure to subscribe and hit the like button. There's a lot of really cool news coming up. We have our own NFT collection that's being worked on in the background, and there's a lot of really interesting team members joining as well, where you're going to get to see some good insights, and we're going to be bringing in some nice interviews from other industry experts in the NFT space. So with that said, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next episode.